Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Stockport. Thought we'd start off today on the page of Chris Thorpe, the man who's been sort of leading the line for us this year, despite not really doing brilliantly in that. It's really the best we can do, and I am starting to think that maybe a deep line forward isn't the best idea for this system. I genuinely am starting to think that maybe a different option up front might give us a bit more firepower. So, I'm opening it up to you. What do you think we could maybe... Actually, firstly, do you think we should change it, or do you think we should stick with the deep line forward? Because maybe he's bringing other players into the game a lot more, despite not getting the assists and whatnot. He might still be opening the play up, and it might be a mistake to get rid of the actual role. But if you do think that we should change it to another sort of role, what role do you think would be the optimal role in terms of the role and also the duty within that for a striker in this team? Because I feel like we need to get more out of the strikers in this team. He's only got 4 goals in the league in 20 appearances and 1 assist. It's still not great. It's better than Kane Hemmings and JTB, but it still ain't great at all. He's been injured for a lot of this period too, which has made things a lot worse because I've had to experiment and it is just really not working out at the moment in that position. I think that's something we do need to change, and I think maybe the patch might be more more open to the idea of us actually playing a proper striker for once. So that would be quite nice, to be honest. So let me know what you think on that. Also, the UK has not left the EU. So a couple of seasons ago, I got the message through the inbox about, oh, well, this is Brexit, blah, 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 blah. And I waited for the second one because I got that with Fulham, this happened, and it just never came. And someone left me a comment a couple of days ago asking me what happened with Brexit. And I thought to myself, we haven't had an email about that. And I got a news article through that simply said, it has been announced the UK will not leave the EU. So I assume is that like the softest possible scenario we could have got. Because if that's the case, then... bloody brilliant. We're not going to have to deal with any of that nonsense now. We're just going to have to sort of play the game how we would normally play the game. So I'm all right with that for now. Now, we have had some games off of camera. We've got the game against Southend today in the league as well. There's some stuff we need to discuss. We'll get into the games first, though. So we started off this month with a win, a 1-0 win, albeit over Exeter City in the FA Cup second round. We needed to get through. They were lower tier teams. You know, League 2, we had to go and get the win. It wasn't a flawless performance, but I still think we were comfortably the better side and did deserve the win. It took until the 52nd minute for John Gray's header from a corner to give us the win. It wasn't fantastic, but it was just nice to get a win, basically. After a bit of a poor run, we got ourselves a win, and I think that was a good springboard. Also, would you believe it, we drew National League Wrexham in the 3rd round. So we've basically, provided we don't mess it up, got ourselves a bye into the 4th round, which means money, which is good, and a much higher chance of drawing a big Premier League side, and that's what we really, really want at this point. So that game is actually the game after this, and I was going to do it if we got a big side as the live com instead of Southend, but because it's Wrexham, I just didn't see the point, so we are still going to do Southend because it's a bigger game. Next up, we finally got back to winning ways and looking ruthless in the league. Fantastic performance on the night in this game. Genuinely brilliant. Okay, there were 2 penalties in there for Liam Miller, but he did score 1 in open play. And Bruno Bridges finally scored his first ever senior goal for Stockport County. Our captain, oh captain, my captain. He also got an assist in this game, put on an 8.9 rating. It was about time he finally started stepping up. Great goal as well. Magoma whips in a free kick, and Bruno Bridges volleyed it in at the back post. Brilliant. I don't know why he was even up there, frankly. But it doesn't matter. It gave us a 4-0 victory away at struggling Northampton. Now, yeah, I get they're struggling, but we absolutely destroyed them, and it was just nice to see that we were still capable of doing that. Just key passes for days, a hat-trick for Liam Miller. What more do you want? Next up was the Checker Trade Trophy against Manchester United's under-23s. I figured we'd be in for a much tougher time than we got in this match. It was a pretty even first half, but in the second half, we just blew them away. And this was with a fair amount of rotation in this team. Rursell appeared at right back again, had a decent performance. Shadipo gave us the lead. Andy Davidson scored a wonderful goal to make it 2-0 before Regan Booty scored a direct free kick to make it 3. What a way to get through over Manchester United. Luke Shaw was in the team that played against us, but he wasn't able to do a lot in the game, and a good, comfortable win over our local rivals, or one of them anyway. And then the switch was flipped. I cannot believe that we did not win this match. There are no words for this. We battered Burton for the full 90 minutes and they scored an 88th minute winner through Jordan Clark. It's just one of those games we had chance after chance. Andy Davidson was phenomenal in this match, just spreading the passes as he does. Great performances all round. Chances... It's just so frustrating to be playing so well, looking good. We weren't any worse in this game than we were against Northampton, and somehow we managed to lose 1-0 against Burton at home in the league. Dreadfully disappointing. Then, of course, we had Oxford up next. And you know when you can just feel the tides turn. Another stonkingly good performance away at Oxford, and we came away with nothing. They took the lead through Temun Nuskov, who they scored for our own attack, which was so frustrating. We should have scored at one end. They went down the other end and scored. They added another one through Mabude from a corner, and then Callum McManaman made it 3-0, which was disgraceful from us. Like, how do we manage to lose this game by 3-1? That was back-to-back games. Like, the Burton result for me, it just... You'd be playing well. And this is the thing about morale in this game that's a bit weird, I always find. We'll be playing well, and you'll get a really unlucky result, and then the next game you'll play well again, and then you get another result where you should do better, and then the arse just falls out your season. And that seems to be what's happening again. Because in the next game we travelled to Scunthorpe, didn't play very well at all, and lost 1-0 from a Josh Morris direct free kick. It's frustrating when it suddenly happens, and suddenly you go from playing on cloud 9, 3 straight wins in all competitions, looking fantastic. The performances stay there and you lose a couple, and then the performance drops out and the losses continue. 3 straight league defeats for us now, and only 1 goal in those 3 games as well. It's terrible from us. We were generally bad in this game, didn't deserve anything from the match, but it does feel like those couple of unlucky results in games we should have won has now completely ruined the morale, and we need to pop up with something special today against Southend to get back onto winning ways. Sometimes, and it works the other way as well, sometimes you'll be playing badly and you'll get a lucky win, and all of a sudden it just completely wakes you up. We need a bit of that at the moment because we are on a bit of a problem here, because all of that is leaving us 5th in the league at the moment. We're only 1 point inside the playoffs now. We should have beaten Burton. Like, I could take losing to Oxford, who've suddenly found their form again. I don't know if they sacked Slaviša Jokanovic or not. Let's just have a quick gander. I don't know if they did or not. Oh, I wish I'd need to change that. No, they've still got him. So, I don't know what changed in that match, but Oxford are back now and back up into 3rd place. They fell down out the top 10 at one point, I think. And I would have taken that game, but it's the Burton one that really, really frustrated me to no end. So we're going to have to step up a bit. Miller's still up there, though. Also, interesting to see that Andy Davidson is now up there on the average rating. Shows you how good of a season he's having for us. Really going under the radar with that. Shea Tilt's still on there. I've gone back to using Shea Tilt. He looked a lot better in the last game when I brought him on, despite us. Like, we had a goal disallowed for offside, and if Miller had just held his run, it would have been a goal. We've only scored 1 goal from corners now. It seems like corners have gone from being overpowered to impossible for you to score from, which is a bit of a shame. But we're going to have to make do or find a way to change it, but I just don't know what to do about that at the moment. But it's fine. We're still massively punching above our weight in this division, but it's going to be a hell of a slog now for the rest of this year, I think, for us to even get a playoff spot. But we're going to do our best and try to outperform as much as we can, because I would be disappointed if we don't get into the playoffs after the way we started this year. I really don't know what's changed. Graham Potter managing Southend now. Well, actually, I think I do know what's changed in this last little period is, unfortunately, the lack of being able to play Chris Thorpe up top, despite the fact that he's not been fantastic. He's been better than the other players we've played in that role. I played Callum Gribbin there a couple of times. I played Cade Hemmings there in the last game. It just hasn't happened. Today might be the day where we actually try a different type of player up there and change the role entirely. It's just a thought. And also, just bear in mind, this game was on Tuesday. We played Scunthorpe on the Sunday because fixture computer. So a few things are going to have to be changed around. Sanders and Magoma, is that really who we want in that role? Can't we put Booty in there? We can't really, can we? I'm going to put Gribbin in as the deep line playmaker. And I'm going to put Magoma here as the box-to-box. Up top, however, Kane Hemmings is actually wanted by people. We might be able to get rid. Whether we should or not is a different matter. I'm going to put JTB in. I'm going to play JTB as a pressing forward on attack and see if having him in that space might just create something more for us. It's just an idea. So on the bench, Murphy, Gray, Davidson, Hemmings, Nerfield, Shadipo and Ash Conway. It's just an idea. I'm struggling to think of what to do at the moment. I can see something's changing and we need to try and figure out, like we have done many times before, a way around it. And there might have to be another set of games off camera on Comprehensive and maybe even the live com in the next episode on Comprehensive to try and figure it out. We've done it before, we can do it again. Plus, I want revenge for what we really should have won the opening day game against these guys. They gave us all the chances in the world. I just want to see something from us today. We scored 1 goal in 3 games out of nowhere after scoring 4 in the game before that. We're 21st in the form standings, to give you an idea. One thing I've noticed as well is that Shea Tilt, when he plays, he tends to cut inside a bit from that right and drive towards the penalty area, and I find that defenders really don't like that, and they find that we get an overlap at the back post for Liam Miller to be open, and that I think is where he was getting so many goals, whereas Okoro tends to go to the byline on the right rather than cutting in a bit, and that might be the difference between the two, and might be why Shea Tilt's slightly more effective. Let's have this. We need a win. We're at home to Southend. We need to step up today and show that there's something worth fighting for in this team. Southend are directly below us, and if we can get a win, it would push us 3 points clear of them. You know, this is a game against a rival. You know, Oxford have battered us 2 games this season, and we need to give better than that. If the possession is going, I was going to say if the possession's all ours, but it's not, is it? Then we might switch on the counter press. I tried that a few times too. It just didn't work. Gribbin! Oh, beautiful. Callum Gribben, 9 minutes in, and we've got the lead in this match. Finally showing a bit of bite. First chance of the game, 10 minutes on the board, and we lead 1-0 here. Nice little bit from, is it Colin Rursler that gets the assist here? It is. Just spots Gribben on the edge of the box, but he doesn't just take this straight away. Takes a touch to go past this man, and just drills it. Great goal from the playmaker today. Callum Gribben into the team, scores a goal, gives us the lead. Good shit. Uh-oh. I haven't even had a chance to make a change yet. And no penalty. Okay, Doherty. Let's see. Can JTB actually create something by making a run for us for once? No, not quite. I do want to see how well we do with that sort of striking position. Okoro's in! Oh, he has to score. He has to make that 2-0 there. That is... very, very positive start to the game. It's what we needed, a response. Gribben. He's going to cut inside and have a go again, maybe? Oh, he's dangerous in those positions, I tell you. Paris Magoma appears to have pulled his groin, and I am concerned about that at the moment because we need everybody out there on full capacity, so to speak. It says he should be able to play through it. All right, I trust you on this one. I'm not going to make the early sub for once. My assistant reckons they're playing it out for the back, so I do wonder if playing a bit more aggressively and pressing a bit more might help us shake them off the ball a bit. Kake, Gribben, nice work. Magoma. A ball over the top there would have been quite nice. It could still happen, though. JTB, one touch. Can he finish? Good tackle, but he got into a good position. Okay, tough first half, but we are winning against a team that is up there with us in the league. I think pressing them a bit deeper in this second half definitely will help. Gribben controlling things in the midfield, though. Koro having a poor day again. I just really want the win to shake us out of our little bit of a daze and get us back to winning ways, and a win at home to a playoff rival. That is what we need right now. Also going to mark up their striker too, though, because I feel like he's probably the one drifting into that channel more. We're also going to close them down a bit more and get stuck in. I really want to try and harass them a bit. I don't want to turn on the counter press too much because we are winning, but I feel like we could maybe get at them a bit more if they're going to be playing it out from the back. Might look at where our players are positioned as well when we've got the ball from the back. It's okay to look long occasionally, lads. Gribben. Magoma. This is the thing. The problem with this system, when you play the striker as a pressing forward instead of a deep line forward, is that they've got no... Like, he would be more like here than sitting on the last defender, which means he could drop the ball into him, they could then push up the pitch and slowly work their way up. Whereas now, they have to resort to the long ball. However, let's see how this one plays out, because he's got that pace to get in behind. He's through! JTB! I've criticised him there, but it doesn't matter because it's 2-0. Jaden Thompson-Brissett scores in League One. Wonderful ball through from Callum Gribben. I mean, we had to resort to it in the end, but hey, he's picked a wonderful pass, and JTB just has that added pace. And I don't know what the defenders are really doing there, but he's got in there and he's scored a goal. I can't remember the last time a striker scored a goal for this team. We're 2-0 up at home to Southend United. I think for now it's just about us managing this match. Substitution probably necessary though, because Magoma is looking a little bit on the knackered side. I might get Davidson on there. He does a decent job. And Miller's looking a little bit worse for wear as well. So we'll give him a bit of a rest. Bring on Mide Shadipo. 25 minutes, 2-goal lead. Just be nice and solid. Here we go again. Maybe we can grab another one. Okoro. He's got loads of space. Shadipo's header takes it wide. That's fine though. We got in a good position. If we get the win, this is exactly the result that we needed in this match. Kake. He's going to have to go for the cross, you'd feel. Ball in. Shadipo! And that is a very good tackle. Oh, go on. Oh, I thought you fancied another one, and wow, it's a good save. I think on the night we've deserved it. Chance creation's been really good. We haven't had a great deal of shots tonight, but we've created 3 clear-cut chances and 1 half chance, and that is much more like it. We've had games where we've had 20-odd shots where we've not created as many actual chances as that. Davidson, Kake, the space for him is unreal. He's through! Oh, and it's a corner at least. Birmingham are running away with this league as well, by the way. They're now 11 points clear at the top, and that's it. Stockport 2, Southend United 0. Defended brilliantly, didn't give them any chances on the night. Created a decent number of chances ourselves. Gribben was great. JTB, okay, didn't do a lot, but he scored the goal when the chance presented itself, and that's what we want. Maybe a pressing forward is an idea. Still let me know, because I'm not sure on that one myself. It might just be pure luck that we did well in this game because of that. But we looked good. We were creating chances. I'm really, really pleased with that win. That really is a big win for us at the moment. Birmingham are gone. They're 11 points clear at the top now, out of nowhere. And we're only 5 points off of that final other promotion spot. There's a lot of teams gunning for that, and I do wonder if Peterborough can be got at. God, imagine if we just got that win there, we'd be much closer. But we're still in a fight. Still only 3 points above the playoff spots, but we are in there still and doing a good job. The goal difference is helping us as well, which is really, really nice. Pleasing result. We need to build on that though. Oh, Burton, they beat us at home and they're in the relegation places, for crying out loud. That's the kind of results you can't have. We just need to be more clinical. But the one thing I really liked about that match was the sheer number of actual chances we created. It wasn't just shots we were having, it was actually good quality chances, and we converted 3 of the clear cuts into 2 goals, and that's what I like to see. And maybe we just need a little bit more than that. I don't think I've ever seen Chris Thorpe break the back line. JTB comes in, does it in his first game back, scores his first goal in League One. There has to be something about that. And maybe the other players are good enough now that we don't need a deep line forward to link everything up with them. So next episode, I'm thinking, touch wood, if we get past Wrexham, who are in the National League, and get ourselves to the 4th round of the FA Cup, then the next episode is going to be that game. If it's too soon, then it will be a double live con with that game and something else. Maybe Crew. I mean, to be fair, all of these games are tough. Crew aren't up bad side. Walsall are up there as well. Barnsley are up there too. Wigan are rubbish at the moment, apparently. So it could end up being a pretty tough game for us as well. But I just want to see us get a big side, like a Premier League team at Edgeley Park or away, see how much money we'd get from that. Because we kind of need the money at the moment. Our finances are not looking good because we're having to spend a fair amount to be where we are at the moment. And the sponsorships and the reputation, it's not caught up yet, you know? Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode and the sort of higgledy-piggledy, win 3, lose 3, win 1, hopefully we can make that the first of many, then drop a like on the video. That would be superb. And I will join you guys in the next episode for hopefully an FA Cup 4th round tie against someone awesome. Sod's Law will beat Wrexham or they'll end up getting drawn against the League 2 side and they'll beat us. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, if you've enjoyed it, yeah, subscribe. That'd be cool too. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for whatever that is going to be. Join you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.